Outstanding, the ultimate accolade for teachers. We challenge secondary maths teacher Lisa Essop to go from good to outstanding. A top inspector observes one lesson. 2 experts will fine-tune her practice and improve her presentation. Lisa then has 3 weeks to put the advice into action before the inspector comes back for the final verdict.
She wasn't quite as scary as I expected her to be. She's actually... No, I can't say that. No, I can't say she's a pussycat.
Okay, so I'd like you to pick up the chair and I'd like you to just move it over to that corner of the room there, please. Oh, but before you do that, could you just move it over a little bit? Over... No, actually, before you do, could you just bring it a bit further here? No, could you just put it over there?
No. I'm getting the gist of it.
Okay, so tell me what the gist is.
To keep offloading instructions kind of on top of other ones, it gets confusing.
Absolutely, and so it just felt for me like, am I looking at the paper, am I thinking about angles, or am I thinking about the shapes? So work with that. You might go, triangles. Ooh, different shaped triangles. Today, da-da-da-da.
On your table, there are some triangles, different colours, different shapes. I would like you to measure the angles, and you have a grid on your table in which you need to record those angles.
Great. As I say, you make these lessons, you really do make it fun. It's that big opening, if you like. It's the start of the show. Sock it to them. Okay, Lisa, just thinking about how you position yourself when you're using your whiteboard. And immediately I notice, and I'm sure you're aware of the fact, that there's a little table over here that's getting a wonderful view of your back. And I want to actually ask you to pretend that everybody in the class can go to the ball. And I want the words, you shall all go to the ball.
You shall all go to the ball.
Okay, so now, using the whiteboard, using the pen, let's now do it with oomph. Because you're going to let them go to the ball. They can all do these questions. How fantastic is that?
Okay. Okay, Year 7, I would like all of you to think, please, how could I prove that angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees?
Okay, I want you to do it again, this time with feeling, with action, so that you can see the whites of all their eyes as you go round.
Okay, Year 7, I would like all of you to try and prove how angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees.
Great. Wasn't that fabulous? Can you see the difference?
With her final observation just weeks away, Lisa's back to the classroom to put all the advice into action and work towards raising her game.
We start off, please, by you writing down the lesson objective to understand and calculate alternate angles, corresponding angles and supplementary angles. I'm going to start then, please. Can you get your mini whiteboards and your pens? I'm going to show you some angles on the whiteboard, and I'd like you to try and estimate the value of the angle. Nice and big as well. I want your writing nice and big. Okay, boards up then, please. Let's have a little look. I thought the interactive whiteboard with the protractor went quite well. Can someone tell me straight away, why is this not correct? It's kind of a good opportunity for me to take out mistakes, explain them.
Did she measure the bit that looks like a triangle?
She measured the other side, didn't she? Pritpal, if you could come up for me. What should he do? Come on, give him some suggestions.
Try and rotate it a little bit to the right.
Okay, lovely. Thank you, Pritpal. Okay, we are going to play angle dominoes. If you do find it easy, I'm going to give you green. If you don't find it so easy, you're going to get red. Easy? All right, you're going with the easy side. I'm not sure whether me allowing them to pick themselves was the best idea.
Easy.
I think, Gary, you should go for difficult. So I think next time I'm going to make sure that I know exactly who's getting the difficult ones and who's getting the easy ones. What we're going to do, we're going to pick this up next lesson. I tried to make everyone feel included. I didn't make it obvious, waving a wand.
To get more advice on moving to outstanding, Lisa reflects on last week's observation with fellow maths teacher Erifana.
E is 50. What will F be? Renee?
I noticed the kids were just
really keen and eager to take part. There were lots and lots of hands going up. I just wonder though, do you not think there might be a case for, in some lessons, just have an entire lesson where you say, right, today guys, it's going to be no hands, just to assess their understanding. I want you all thinking, because I could be asking any one of you.
In terms of seating plan, have you tried putting the top people on one group and the bottom people on another? How does that work? Because I've never really done that before.
Okay. On occasions, I will group them on their own on a table, but it's usually when I know I've definitely got an LSA in the classroom that will also be on hand to either assist that group or to go and work with another group or the rest of the class where I can spend a bit of one-to-one with that particular group and aid them.
I'm starting a new topic on coordinates and graphs and lines, and I'm differentiating today a bit more obviously. So I'm setting the tables in terms of ability, and I've made a little no hands hat. So I'm going to be wearing this. Do you think that looks rude?
Alicia, Hamza, Jadara, Eunice and Aliza. Have a go in your group, please. Let's get going, let's find the treasure.
1 times 3 is 3. So 5, 3. 18 divided by 2, 9.
25 divided by 5 would be 25 divided by 5. So 5 and it's...
There is. The square root of 9, is that 3?
I think it's better to have someone with the same ability on your table, so you know that there is other people out there with who's working at your level.
I want hands down, please. Hands down. I've got my no hands hat on. What's the equation of that line? I'm going to ask Jadara.
Why?
And I think it's a really good rule, so Miss can motivate them to try harder.
Be nice if you carried that on, Jadara.
Y equals -1.
Lovely.
Lisa talks through her plans with maths expert John Wilkinson before tomorrow's final observation.
Then I'm going to have the picture starter that I had, but kind of as part of the main, so that they get a discussion going about what the topic of the lesson's going to be.
Yeah, I understand what you're trying to do with it, but I think, looking at the range of ability within that class, Lisa, that it might be wise to give them the lesson objective first.
Okay.
Were it a pure set 1, I can understand the investigative nature of it, but I think give them the objective first. It'll give the lesson a little bit of structure.
Okay, thank you very much for all your help. Do you think I'm going to be okay? Do you think it's going to go to outstanding?
Having seen what I've seen of your teaching, if you don't reach it tomorrow, I'm convinced you will reach it very, very quickly. You have the potential to be an outstanding teacher yet.
It's the day of Lisa's final observation. Claire Gillies is back, and it's crunch time. With all that expert advice and weeks of practice behind her, can Lisa make it from good to outstanding?
Let's get started then. What I want you to do is to write down the equations of the lines that I'm going to show you. We did this yesterday, so it shouldn't be that tricky. Come on, have a think. Okay, let's have a look. Let's see who's got this right. Very well done. All this table, you need a sign in between that. Can you get your exercise books? We're just going to write down our lesson objective, what we're going to do today. So equations of lines, and our keywords are equation, intercept, which you've come across before, slope and steepness. Hamza, explain to me what the intercept of a line is so that everyone knows.
It means it goes through different numbers. I can't explain it properly.
Right, I need someone to be nice and clear because it's really important that you know what intercept is in order to do this lesson. What is intercept?
You know when the lines cross over, that's where it meets is the intercept.
Right, I'm still not got a clear enough answer. I'm going to have one more go. Eva.
It's when the line goes through the y-axis.
You know what? That is perfect. Where the line goes through the y-axis. Well done. Very good.
Sometimes I forgot what interception means, but then she reminded us.
So the word for steepness or slope in maths is called gradient. Okay, I'm going to show you a line. The line is y equals 2x plus 2. Where do you think y equals 3x plus 2 will be? I'm going to ask Sam. So if you could come out and come around this way. Right, I'm going to hold that still. What is the intercept of that line? Terrell?
I think it's 3.
It is 3. Yes. Now, if I look at my equation, what's the intercept of the equation? The intercept, Eunice? 2. So the line that Sam showed me was incorrect. People are getting confused. The intercept is here. So does that line go through this point?
Yes, Sam.
Yes or no? I want everyone. Yes or no? I'm going to show you what it looks like. It's slightly steeper, okay? Now I want you to look at these numbers, please. The higher the number...
The steeper is...
I'd like everyone to say this nice and loud.
The higher the number, the steeper the line.
We learnt the higher the number, the bigger the slope.
You all have a set of cards. You're going to match up the lines to the equation. So you're going to work in your pairs, please. Some have green, some have yellow, some have blue.
What's this be? Ikram. Except 2.
Let's have a look.
This one. Here you go. That's them.
No, it's minus 2.
No, this is we've all done it now. Wait, let's check. This one. Look.
Yeah. Right, so I'm going to ask you a few quick questions and then you can get going and enjoy your weekend. Very concisely, what does intercept mean? Violet.
Is it 2 lines that cross over?
It's not 2 lines, no.
I know.
Has to be concise. Remsha.
When the line crosses through the y-axis.
Well done. Where the line crosses through the y-axis. And I want you to finish off this off for me, and I want you to be fairly loud. The higher the number. Okay. Can we get Pranks away, please?
So has all Lisa's hard work paid off?
Lisa, thank you for letting me come and join that Year 7 again. And let me plunge in by saying that there were some really interesting and exciting features of the lesson. And so it was certainly good, but there were certain things that made it not outstanding this time. And I suppose it's looking back and thinking how many moved on in this afternoon's lesson, and probably not enough, because various stages they were finding quite difficult. But let's look at all those good features, which I'm sure you'll build on in the future. It's excellent to have that strong reminding of what we did in our last lesson. You had enormous fun when you got to the point of let's all shout out that statement, but actually that's so good. And maybe there were 1 or 2 other sentences that could have been shouted out, made fun to get it stuck in. You'd obviously thought about your resources very carefully. You'd got the interactive whiteboard, you'd got the 3 different levels of cards to match. Differentiation is never easy and never straightforward, is it?
No, I found it a real struggle.
So there were really lots of, you know, exciting things. It was great to be so ambitious, but I'm sure that when things flow better for you, that you will be delivering some outstanding lessons. So thank you again for letting me share the afternoon.
You're welcome. Even though I wasn't outstanding, I'm still going to view this as a good learning journey for me. The elements that I did find difficult, so differentiation, was a very cloudy area for me, but it's become a lot more clear for me. So, slightly disappointed, but there you go.